second to talk about the new knockdown targets that we made. We had a client that reached out that needed a bunch of these things, and we haven't historically had systems like this. We're not really in the competition space in that niche. It's a pretty small and concentrated market. We always just focused our energy outward of that. But when we have more and more people asking for a product, we end up making our version of it. And that's what we have here. So there's two different lengths of knockdown targets that you can purchase. I'm gonna go a little bit over how you install them, what you can expect. But the key thing to take away from this is we have two different heights. One is a 36-inch post, one is a 48-inch post. When you put them into the ground, you're just hammering them in with a mallet, and you want them to be at least 12 inches into the ground for stability. So what you end up with is about a 24-inch tall target and a 36-inch tall target, respectively. So let's talk really quick about how these work and what you can expect from them. So as you can see, this is just a laser cut, press brake formed mild steel angle. These are pistol rated only. They're not designed for rifles. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Even if you're using rifle rated plates, this is a mild steel upright. If you shoot it with a rifle, it's gonna cause a hole or cause damage. But up top here, we have an armored base plate, and then we have armored gussets. And so what this is gonna allow to happen is you can take any of our Genesis gongs, slide them right in like that. They have a nice 10-degree forward lean. There's no tools required to set these things up. They just set in there. These gussets are armored. Like I said, the plate is armored on the bottom as well. And any impact, even low, is going to force this plate to shift. It'll end up falling off of the target itself. And then you have a clearly cleared stage of fire. The way that I designed this is that the angle actually interfaces through this base plate, so we get full weld all the way around on the bottom. Super secure, it's super strong, but this is a very inexpensive way to have knockdown targets. Again, they work with any of our Genesis gongs. They also will work with our older 1/2-inch AR-550 gongs. This system was not designed necessarily for that, but they will fit and they will work as well. So we have single posts that you can purchase on our website, or you can buy basically like range bundles where you package 5 of each or 10 of each together. You're gonna save some money if you do something like that. So that's just another option on our website, just trying to expand our reach to provide a quality system for you all. And regarding the distance ratings, with centerfire pistols, these are going to be rated at 10 yards. So if you have any question about the specs of these, the details, why we did what we did, or how they're designed, I'd love to nerd out with you a little bit. We can talk about that. Our customer service team is ready to answer your questions as well, but we'll put a link down in the description that will take you directly over to the product page, because there's a lot of little nuances with why I did what I did with this. In fact, let's talk about that real quick. Why did I do it this way? Well, the reason I did it this way is I wanted to use all of our existing gongs. I didn't want to have you purchase something else or have any brackets bolted to the gong. I wanted it to be simple, fast to set up. If you come over here as well, you're going to notice that just even the geometry of how this slot works, it allows the plates to actually pivot. So you can see they're able to pivot there, and with the impact, it's just gonna roll over. So that's how even with low impacts, it takes very little force and you'll actually get this thing to just fall off. You can use round gongs, square gongs, doesn't matter. Very little impact is gonna make sure that that gong falls off. It's just the little nuances inside of this. I wanted it to be a better system. So if it fits your needs, if this is something you're looking for, you can find them on our website. Again, link down in the description.